Hi, this is Siddharth Venkatraman, and welcome to the LinkedIn Masterclass Module 2. So, before we get into the module, I hope you have gone through the Module 1 and I hope you've completed the activity as well, which was to construct your own funnel and introspect. So, if you have not done that, my suggestion is please go get that done and then get into this module. Okay, so now let's get into Module 2. So in this module, what we're going to look at is how do you define your objective and audience? Okay, this is very, very critical. The big challenge in terms of any marketing program and more specifically social media is that a lot of people are not very clear about why they are doing something which they are doing. Okay, it's like you tend to generally follow what a lot of other people do, and now the challenge is we would have heard that something my friend did work for him, or my competitors are doing something when I try to do the same thing, it's not working. That's probably because of the details. Okay, they say the devil is in the details. So it's about how clearly you have defined your objective and audience, and that's what we're going to look at today. So, what do you want to achieve? Okay, I'll just move this over here. So, what do you want to achieve? So basically, there can be just 4 or 5 reasons what you're trying to achieve. Okay, it's either you're there on LinkedIn to generate business opportunities or leads, or you're trying to get some consulting assignments if you're a freelancer or you're an independent consultant, or you're looking for a job and you're looking for some more challenging career opportunities, or you're there to create an identity for yourself as a personal brand, right? So it's going to be just one of these four, and obviously it could be a combination of these, right? I want to get more consulting assignments, so I want to create myself as a personal brand, or same holds good, I want to be a personal brand so that I can get better career opportunities, or I want to get more consulting business, and so because of that I want to have more leads. So it's a combination of this, but clearly your objective should fit into one of these buckets, and you need to be very clear on why you're there on LinkedIn and which of this you're trying to achieve. Okay, so the next one is about who's your target audience. So just as you're clear about your objective, okay, you need to be very clear about your target audience. So let me take you through a few questions, and you can give answers to each of these questions and you will get some kind of a clarity, right? So who do you help? So here I'm going to fit my own example so that it gives you an idea of how you will have to fit yours. So who do you want to help? And I need to answer this question. So I say that I help startups and freelancers and entrepreneurs. Okay. What is their pain point? This is very important. And as I said, the biggest challenge with a lot of people, especially in several startups, as well as with several sales and marketing people, is that they are very well versed and they are very thorough about their product and their solution. They are not really aware of how their product or solution is helping their customer. What's that pain point which their product or solution is trying to resolve for them? Because that's the most critical thing. People are not bothered about your product or features if it's not going to solve a specific problem. So, what is their pain point? So, for me, when I say startups, freelancers, or entrepreneurs, their pain point is a lot of them are not able to generate business with ease because a lot of these small organizations may not have the luxury of huge sales teams and stuff. Secondly, they may have a lot of challenges in terms of budgets and stuff. So there are big challenges, the inability to frequently onboard new clients or generate high quality leads. So what do you enable them to achieve? Okay, so what do you enable them to achieve is I am helping them achieve or I'm helping them generate good leads with very good ROI. So I'm not just telling you that I will give you a lot of leads. I'm saying that there will be good leads and your ROI will be very good, and which is what a entrepreneur or a startup or a freelancer is looking at. Okay, so then how do you do it? So I need to give this answer. So the first one is whom am I helping? Then what is their pain point which I'm trying to solve? And then what am I going to do which is going to solve? And how am I going to do? So how am I going to do it? I'm going to use appropriate customer centric journeys and relevant digital channels, and I'm going to help them. And I'm going to help them grow their business. And then, how am I different from competitors? This is very critical. So there are tons of digital marketing guys, right? Tons of growth hackers, tons of marketing people. So why should they select me? So I am more a marketer than a digital marketing platform specialist. So I have worked with a lot of companies and with a lot of business models that I understand business first, and I give solutions which are apt for that business, whether it is in my area of expertise or not. If I feel that for an organization, they need to look at other things as well other than digital channels, I will definitely tell them that as well. And I'm very, very number oriented. So I'm able to give them what they want in a very, very accountable way. So that's the difference between me and probably my peers. So these are important questions which you need to answer for yourself, whether you are an independent freelancer or an entrepreneur, or you are part of the sales and marketing team or trying to build business for your organization. These are questions for which you need to have answers for. So this should help you build your one-line story about yourself. So for me, there are 2 or 3 one-liners which I talk about depending on my target audience. Okay. So I help MSMEs and startups generate leads through cost-effective measures. I help young professionals shape up their careers through my 7-step career success model. So this is when I take the hat for career coach. This is what I do. I help young professionals shape their careers, and I have my framework for that through which I help them improve. And then I help small companies enhance customer experience through appropriate digital interventions. So these are all one-liners which I'm able to clearly tell who I am. And then this will be the hook based on which people will approach me further and try to get more details. Now, the next one is, okay, this is very, very important, especially for people who want to develop themselves as a personal brand. You need to know who you are and who is going to benefit from your offerings. Okay, especially it's very, very critical. Obviously, if you're a product or a service, we gave all these answers in this slide. Okay, all these questions, who, what, and how. This is very, very critical in terms of a personal brand of who you are. And when I say who you are, here I'm not talking about I've done this graduation, that post graduation, this is my age, and all these things. It's about as a person who you are. What's your personality? Who's benefiting from your benefit, from your value? Okay, the value you're offering. Who's benefiting from that? So I'm going to give you a few examples for you to understand. So I have a friend who has positioned himself as a business coach. Okay. So he says he's helping entrepreneurs multiply their income through appropriate systems and processes which he's developed. There's another friend of mine who's a freedom business coach. So this is he's evolved himself into this person who helps people take their knowledge and convert it into a business model and make money. And in that way, he's giving them the ability to become entrepreneurs. So he's coined this word called freedom business model, and he's a freedom business coach, and he's helping people set up their own digital business. Then one of my friends, she's an author success coach. She helps people write books. She guides them on how to write and publish their own book. So she's called herself an author success coach. And then we have some people who are digital leaders who are inspiring young talent on how to become a good digital marketer. There are management gurus who are inspiring young people. So these are all different ways in which you can position yourself. Okay. So as a personal brand, you need to very, very clearly tell that what is that core niche in which you are operating. And this is also for holds relevant even for people who are looking for a job. This is not like Naukri or any other of your job portals where you just go and apply to jobs. Okay, just in the way you deal with sales, how you systematically approach and try to get a sale done, the same way you need to look for when you're looking for a good job opportunity. It's not randomly writing to people and telling them, hey, give me a job. You need to build that momentum, you need to build that identity for yourself, and only then this magic will work. Okay, so you have to be very, very clear on what do you do. And when I say what do you do, it's not about job titles and stuff. It's about very clearly about what exactly are you delivering to the organization where you're working right now, or as an independent person, what are you actually delivering? Okay, what's the end outcome, and what are the companies you want to be part of? You need to be very clear. You can't just shoot everywhere. You need to be very clear. I want to be in this industry. These are the set of 10, 15, 20 companies I would like to join, and stuff like that. And then you need to figure out who on LinkedIn could help you get an interview or could refer to you. And now the other important stakeholders you need to be engaged with, or you need to be who need to be part of your network, are talent acquisition managers and the top level people in those list of organizations which you've listed for yourself, or your peers who are in similar kind of roles in those organizations, other seniors, could be alumni from your college or could be a senior in that organization who can actually influence you getting an interview or could refer you, and obviously talent acquisition people and firms. So it's a systematic approach, and please take it from me. I've got 2 or 3 times I've made my career shifts using LinkedIn as a tool, and not just by applying for jobs which get posted on LinkedIn, but by networking with people effectively. So it works, but again, clarity and being systematic is what is important. Now, there's one more very, very important thing which you people need to understand. You need to think beyond the buyer. So you say that I have a product and I want to sell. Okay. So there are multiple people who are influencing a sale, and it could be even as a simple thing as a probably a T-shirt. Okay. Or for example, I will take a e-learning course for kids. So the user is basically the kid. Okay. The influencer could be someone like probably a teacher or a principal or someone who's from the education industry. They could be the influencer. Who could be the recommender? Recommender could be other parents who probably enrolled their kids in the same program. Okay, it could again be teachers, it could be your coaching center, anything. Who's the economic buyer? Economic buyer is the person who's spending the money, so it's going to be either of the parent, and decision maker again, it's going to be either of the parent. So even in a simple thing like getting a e-learning course, you have so many different kinds of people playing a role. So when it becomes a complicated sale or it's going to be something more than that, you need to be very clear on who are those different stakeholders you need to keep in your ecosystem to influence them. Okay, so don't get too overwhelmed. I'm just telling you that try to map all these things so that you're clear that you're not just dealing with one person, or it's not just that one person who's going to buy your product you need to influence. You need to be creating your position or your awareness on your visibility across these different types of people who are deciding on a sale. Okay, so we've come to the end of this module, and this is the activity. So you need to answer all those questions which I had asked in the previous few slides. So you need to come up, answer all those questions, and come up with that one-liner story, and also define for yourself who you are. Identify that niche in which you're operating. You could be working in an organization, but still you're unique. So you need to identify what's that unique thing about yourself. And also, I want you to think through on if you're selling something or you have a product or you're a freelancer, who are these people in the ecosystem who can influence your selling process, right? So this is the activity for this module. Please do complete this activity before going into the next module. See you on the other side. Take care.